Good day, fellow noobs. Today we're going to learn how you can add a set number of days to a date. As an example, let's say we have this data here. So we have the ticket number, we have the date here, we have the item and the status, and we have the, let's say, the SLA in days. Now, if we're just going to do this directly in Excel, what we would usually do is, we would type in the date and we'll put in the plus and then the days. Then we would get the target date right away. Now, if we want to do this in Power Query, you're gonna get an error if we were to do it directly. To illustrate this, let's put this data into Power Query. Okay, clicked on date and get data from table or range, and I'm gonna select my table has headers. And again, I'm gonna click OK. And now we're inside the Power Query editor. Alright. Okay, let me fix the editor for a bit so we have more space here. Okay, so now we're inside. Let's change this to a date format. Now, like I mentioned, if we were just to add these two directly, for example, let's add a column here. Let's put in the date and then plus the SLA in days. We would get an error. See, so our error here, it says we cannot apply operator plus to types data number. Now this is a big difference from Excel, as you've seen already, where we can just add the operators directly to the dates. In this case, Power Query is very specific with its types, so there are specific functions where you can only use with numbers. Similarly, there are functions where we can only use with text, and in this case there is a specific functions, or there are specific functions that we can only use with dates. So for the purpose of our problem today, so we're going to use a specific function. It's called the Date.AddDays function, and it looks like this. So I'm gonna remove this first. Now the date, so there is no, it's not on the ribbon here where we can just add the day here. So what we'll do is we will click the add column and then custom column. Then we are going to type the formula itself. So the formula we're going to use is the date dot add days, and then we're going to select the date here, and then the SLA in days is this one, and then we're going to select that, and let's put in here the target date. As you can see, we have the target date here. So let's just to illustrate this, let's put I'm gonna separate the two so when we can pull it out. Okay, let's load this side by side on our existing worksheet here. Okay, so we forgot to change the format of this. Let's just have it a short date. Okay. So again, if we were just to do this directly in Excel, as you can see, they're both the same. Okay, and this goes both ways. If we were to, for example, change the operators to, let's say, -4, or let's say -7, let's say -2, the target dates would change also. Let's refresh this. Okay, if you notice, the original date here is April 23, now it's April 19, because it subtracted 4 days from the SLA. So now that's one way that we can add a specific number of day to a date. Now this also applies if we were to add this for a specific week or a month or year even. So let's go here to sheet 2. So for example, we have a sort of a similar set of data, so but this time we have an SLA in weeks, or we have an SLA in months. And so the syntax is the same. We are just changing the actual formula itself. So for example, if we want to get the additional number of weeks, okay, let's change this to a date format, to a date type for the meantime. And then we're gonna click on add column, and okay, so we'll put in here Date.AddWeeks, and so it goes the same. We'll select date, then we'll select SLA in weeks. Let's put in target in weeks. Let's put a closing parenthesis. Okay. Similarly, if for example we were to add in months, so it goes the same. So date add months. Again, we'll select on dates, comma, we'll select on SLA in months, and target in months. In months. Alright, okay. Now let's select only the columns that we need for this for the meantime. You know what? Let's select this. Move other columns, and then let's load this to the file. Existing worksheet here. Okay. So forgot again to change the format. So let's see here. So we have May 26, and we said that we wanted our SLA in 1 week in 5/26. 5/26, that would be a Wednesday, and with a 1 week interval, so that would be June 2, so which is this is correct. Now for example, we have here March 11 and our SLA in 1 month, so that should be in April 11th. Okay, so that is one way where if you want to add a specific number of, let's say, days or weeks or month to a specific day, is what we can use. You can also do this for a year and quarters. You just have to change the syntax of the formula. And also, again, it goes backwards. If for example, for some reason you want to get the equivalent for -5, or let's say 5 months back, or let's say 2 weeks back, that will also get the correct date. So yeah, that's it. I hope you find this useful. If you have any questions, please type it in. Thank you and good night.